on Rock City 101.9 FM and time for some business stories on brands and industry segment of the Daybreak Show. My name is Ololade Sanyaolu. Alright, starting with the very first story, MTN and EcoBank have sealed a mobile banking partnership to boost the bank customers' base and deepen financial inclusion. The EcoBank MTN partnership will enable bank to MTN mobile money wallet and wallet to bank transfers and cardless ATM withdrawal for MTN mobile money users. The partnership also intends to use the rapid transfer platform to provide MTN mobile money users to make intra-Africa funds transfers. The partnership will also provide savings accounts and lending solutions to MTN mobile money users, amongst others. President and Chief Executive Officer MTN Group Rob Shorter and EcoBank Group Chief Executive Officer Ade Adeyemi signed a memorandum of understanding at an event in Lagos. EcoBank expects a massive boost on its digital banking platform with a projected increase of customers to 100 million from 13 million by 2020. Adeyemi says the effort by both brands would go a long way in solving the problem of financial inclusion and providing services to customers via their mobile devices. Dangote Flour Mills of Nigeria plc and other key stakeholders in the flour milling industry have donated 50 unit Arma multi-crop threshers to wheat farmers in the country. The body, a union of giant industrial wheat consumers, including Dangote Group, Flour Mills of Nigeria, Honeywell, Olam, and Dufil. The threshers were specifically designed to suit wheat threshing and would be initially allotted 8 units each to Kano, Jigawa, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, Bauchi, Kaduna, and Zamfara will also subsequently receive 4 units each. The General Managing Director, Dangote Flour Mill plc, Thabo Mabe, at the presentation of the multi-crop threshers to the Wheat Farmers Association of Nigeria, urges the beneficiaries to prioritize breeding quality to suit the specification for confectionery purposes like bread or spaghetti. With the threshers, Mabe says the current output of wheat production will be doubled, reducing the current 4.5 million metric tons importation of wheat into the country. The chairman, Flour Milling Association of Nigeria, John Komataros, says the initiative will effectively accelerate the government's drive at attaining internal sufficiency in wheat production while saving foreign exchange. It said the Flour Millers Association of Nigeria had signed a pact with the wheat farmers in 2016 to purchase all available wheat grain produced in the country in line with standard parameters and prevailing market prices. Nigerian Stock Exchange is to migrate as from Monday, 16 April. Axis Bank plc, Lafarge Africa plc, Seplat Petroleum Development Company plc, and United Bank for Africa plc to its premium board. The 4 companies will be joining Dangote Cement plc, FBN Holdings plc, and Zenith International Bank plc, who were migrated to the premium board in 2015. From Monday, there will now be 7 companies on the board. The premium board is the listed segment for the elite group of users that meet the exchange's most stringent corporate governance and listing standards. The board is a platform for showcasing companies who are industry leaders in the sectors. And a statement says the 4 companies qualified for migration after they met the exchange listing requirement for the elite board. The exchange explains that Axis Bank plc, Lafarge Africa plc, Seplat Petroleum Development plc, and United Bank for Africa plc have all passed the corporate governance rating system and have market capitalization of 347.12 billion naira, 378.60 billion naira, 391.37 billion naira, and 374.48 billion naira, respectively. Commenting on the development, Chief Executive Officer NSA Mr. Oscar N. Unyema says that companies on the board are already enjoying the highest levels of visibility and appeal to investors looking for Lafarge companies with high standards of corporate governance. Ogun State Nestle Nutrition Institute of Africa (NNIA) has commemorated World Health Day 2018 in collaboration with the Ogun State Ministry of Health by training primary healthcare professionals in Abeokuta. The theme for 2018 is Universal Health Coverage, Everyone, Everywhere. According to the World Health Organization, the focus for this year is to ensure that all people can get quality health services where and when they need them without suffering financial hardship. Addressing the press at the Ogun State Secretariat, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Babatunde Ikpaye, said currently about 800 million people, which constitute 12% of the world's population, spend at least 10% of their household budget on health needs. Of this number, the Commissioner says that about 100 million suffer financial hardship because of out-of-pocket health expenditure. Dr. Ikpaye said that the World Health Day 2018 provided another opportunity for strengthening the healthcare system in Ogun State in partnership with stakeholders like Nestle Nutrition Institute of Africa, who supported the state effort by delivering a capacity building training to primary healthcare professionals on Friday. 110 primary healthcare professionals from Abeokuta North Local Government area of Ogun State participated in the training on malnutrition and the first years of life, its assessment and management. Given the welcome address and the flag off of the training at the Nigerian Medical Association House in Abeokuta, the NNRA representative Dr. Omotayo Omotesho says Nestle Nutrition Institute Africa is therefore happy to collaborate with the Ogun State government in its efforts to address malnutrition in the first 1,000 days of life. Dr. Ikpaye expressed his appreciation to Nestle Nutrition Institute of Africa for providing support towards the delivery of the health mandate of the administration. After months of crisis, there is reprieve for Orlando PLC as its shares rose from 5 naira 90 kobo to 6 naira 60 kobo at Thursday trading session at the Nigeria Bourse after the technical suspension was lifted fully by the Nigeria Stock Exchange. About 6.4 million units of the shares of the Nigerian energy conglomerate were exchanged at a value of 42.7 million naira according to the NSE. Ayotola Jagu, Orlando's chief compliance officer and company secretary, says the lifting of the technical suspension by the regulator is good news for the company and all its shareholders and will restore the boost investor confidence in the market. The company meanwhile says it will file an audited account for 2017 in May approved by the company's board on 10 April. Controversy has dogged the return of the company's shares from technical suspension after the NSE first announcing the lifting of the suspension says it got contradictory instruction from the Securities and Exchange Commission. SEC had slammed technical suspension on the shares following petitions by some shareholders on share ownership disputes, governance issues and litigations. SEC also ordered a forensic audit of the company. SEC on 9 April wrote NSE to allow the firm to return to the market with most of the issues having been resolved. And with that story, we come to the end of brands and industry segment of the Daybreak Show, where we give you stories trending in the business sector around Nigeria. Thank you for listening. My name is Ololade Sanyaolu. Stay tuned for the Open Day segment of the Daybreak Show.